Hey guys, Deathbringer here. I am with Toxic, who plays Devon in the Destiny This Is My Story. If you don't already know, it's about a particular character, which is my character Caleb, and he meets all these new people, and shit happens basically. Um, but I've interviewed Crazy, who plays, I have no idea what his name is, I can't remember. I seriously need to write it down. And I've interviewed Wolf, who plays Zavala. I'm trying to get in contact with the person who played Levi originally, but yeah, I think I upset him by killing him off and he's not playing Levi again. I will try and get into contact with him. It'll probably be an argument interview, but yeah. Anywho, my first question for you, Toxic, is how are you finding the series so far?
I'm actually liking the series so far. I mean, kind of the way things are going. More so the chain of events, it's kind of surprising at certain points. It's not necessarily cliffhangers or always questions. So I'm kind of liking it.
Alrighty then. What have you found difficult and what have you found easy throughout the time you've been here? Because you've been here for about 4, 5 episodes now.
Um, I guess to say it's kind of the non-scripted for us. It's the improv, I guess, which necessarily isn't hard, but it's hard to keep it going with how our series is going with adding new people and getting other people out. And I guess say it's just hard.
Alrighty then. How would you describe your character in particular? From the first episode you was in, you was all Vanguard, and then you went freelance with Caleb.
Um, I mean, I guess in a sense to say he's loyal, but he's also not controlled.
That's actually a good sense. How would you describe your relationship, Devon's relationship with Caleb?
I feel like from the start it was kind of rough just because my character was mainly based Vanguard, but now it's a little bit different.
Yeah, if I remember rightly, Caleb said to Devon that he is his pet.
Yeah, which is not true.
I thought I'd throw that in there just to. I thought it'd be funny.
Yeah.
How would you feel with a character who's a female coming into the series to add a little bit of a feminine touch and romance to any of the characters? It could be literally any of them. You, me, Crazy, and even Wolf.
I don't feel like it's a bad idea. It's more of so like a twist, kind of more so adding more characters, which is actually kind of nice.
Okay, this is kind of an add-on question to that. How would you feel with her falling in love with your characters, obviously, and being killed off in maybe a couple of seasons, and what that might do to the character?
Well, it would definitely be more devastating towards said character, depending on who it is, and I guess it could also help develop part of the series if you wanted to, because most of it's focused on Caleb right now.
Yep.
Well, in a sense, it could just go towards someone else for part of
Yeah.
it, like a little side season.
Which I'm hoping it is, and it isn't Caleb. Is because it will make Caleb alienate himself, and it will completely destroy him. But also, I hope it's either Devon or Savala. For one reason, if it's you, if it's your character, it will destroy your character, and all of us would be trying to help you, but you'll be going down a road that you can't return from yet, and stuff like that. And if it's Savala, there's so many directions we could go in with Savala, because he's the head Vanguard. He won't be able to make rational decisions, and he will just lose his mind because Savala's lost the woman he loves.
True.
So it could go into so many different ways that it could just literally like the spiderweb effect starts in one point, splits off into hundreds others. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah,
Like,
actually. So it could necessarily happen with anyone.
yeah. It could even happen with Crazy. The only reason why I'm not saying I'm hoping it's Crazy, because Crazy hasn't been in the season or the series long enough for the viewers to know much about him. Because at the moment they don't even know his name. Well, they technically do because he said it in the interview, but I can't remember his name. I need
Yeah.
him to send me a message saying it, or he needs to tell me how to spell it, and then I can pronounce it. It's from the land. No, not the Land Before Time. Never-ending Story. It's a name from there.
Hmm.
I just can't remember which one it is.
Yeah.
Atheon, no, Antheon, Nathan, something. Well, my next question is, how do you see yourself progressing through the seasons?
Well, it's not so much as a fact of I see, it's more so based on how things are going with the series. Because, like I said beforehand, it's still kind of like an improv thing, so you improvise with every little bit of it. So there's no true way of seeing where I'm going to go with it. It's more so just seeing my character grow as we go throughout the series.
All right. This is more between you and another character. How? Because your character hasn't met Crazy's character yet. How do you think your character's relationship to Savala? Because there's been
Well, I mean,
history.
from the start, it was gonna be strong because of the simple fact that I was mainly Vanguard based. But now that I'm more so on your side and that going throughout the series, seeing you guys kind of come together a little bit, I think that it will kind of be around the same feeling you guys have, but your feelings are deeper. So
Yeah.
in a sense, me and Zavala are still going to be on an understanding basis, but there's always going to be that thought that I betrayed him and went for you.
I actually see that point. Also, your character hasn't actually seen um, Caleb's new face because he was an Exo, and then your character doesn't know that Savala, as a apology, paid for a really expensive operation to give him his face back. What do you
Yeah.
think your character's what's the word?
Reaction?
Yeah, reaction is going to be to the new Caleb?
I guess in a sense it probably wouldn't necessarily bother my character. As long as he's still loyal to Caleb and by his side, it wouldn't bother him. It'd be a little bit different, but hard to adapt to, but sooner or later he'd get used to it and still be loyal to Caleb.
I think okay. Your character doesn't know that Levi is dead as well. So how do you think
Yeah.
How do you think Devon is going to react to finding out that Levi is no longer with us and in the Siva hive mind?
Mm, my character would definitely be crushed a little bit just to the simple factor of ex-squad members, but it might affect him for a little bit of the season or a few episodes, but I think he'll get over it within time.
Apparently, time heals all. I find that bollocks, but yeah, it's always going
Agreed.
to be there with all the characters because, admittedly, I'm sad to see Ward's not playing Levi anymore, but in my personal opinion, and I know other people have noticed it as well, he's not as involved as the rest of the cast. He's not. Admittedly, my voice drones my character out a bit because I still need to develop my voice a bit more and give him more emotion and show more in my voice and stuff like that. But I'm
Yeah.
working on that, and Wars never did. It's why his character is being
True.
replaced.
Yeah.
But how do you feel about him being replaced with someone that I don't think you've actually met properly yet?
it's going to be challenging a little bit, especially for the simple factor of me and Levi's characters past.
Oh, Levi.
So it's definitely going to be different.
Yeah, I've got a plan for Levi. I'm not going to tell you now. I will tell you off
Oh yeah, that's
camera.
fine.
But Levi will be coming back, played by Pepper, but he is going to be changed, and there's going to be a few things about him that I'm not sure if I mentioned it or not, but in the interview with Wolf. But there's so many ways so many things we can do with Levi, because what do you think is going to happen? Him coming back, changed, with new everything, being brought back from the dead for like months.
Yeah, well, I guess in a sense to say what I could see happening is the fact that since he was off, he doesn't know how things have been going since then, and my character himself doesn't know about it yet. So it's more so the fact that my character's going to be brought back up to speed. He's going to come back into the fold and, in a sense, either be completely okay with everything or hate all of us because of said factor besides me or you. Because your character, Caleb, is his brother, and I'm an
But
ex-squad member.
but what I'm having doing is, I'm not going to give too much away, but what I'm having done is I'm having Savala give a proposition to Caleb.
Yeah.
He's going to make the final decision, and I reckon Levi is going to hate Caleb for not letting him go, not letting him rest in peace. That is what I am thinking.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that.
How do you feel if what do you think will actually happen if Levi came back and he hated everyone he's ever met, like Devon, Savala, like Vanguard in general, the Iron Lords, Caleb, because we never found him. We only found his mind in the Siva mainframe. So what do you think is going to happen if he hates everyone because we never found him and we brought him back from the dead?
Well, I mean, there's multiple turns that could take. That could take a whole turn on the series itself, or the fact that he would just hate us but be forced to work with us. So it would make things harder, but also more interesting for everyone. But it would also make more sidetrack episodes to where so Levi would go off again, but in this turn he wasn't taken. It'd be more so the factor of he ran off because he hates everyone. So there could be multiple ways that it could go.
Yeah. Okay, your character doesn't know that that Caleb has freelanced yet. Not like freelanced. He's not under investigation. He made a deal with Savala that he's basically a hand for hire for anyone, bar from the enemy, obviously.
Yeah.
How do you think your character's gonna react to that?
I mean, it would likely be pretty hard for my character to kind of decide what he wants to do with it, because beforehand I was mainly, or my character in a sense to say, was just there to watch over you and make sure things didn't get worse. And I was on side with the Zavala. Well, now that it's kind of like you and him were working together, but not necessarily, it'd be hard for my character, but I think he would still go on the path with Caleb.
Frankly, I think Caleb would like that. I think he would like... He may be a lone wolf, but I don't think Caleb likes being alone.
Right. It's understandable.
Because how I
The
see my
loyalty
character...
factor.
Yeah. How I see my character, because I had this... when I was interviewing Crazy, I had... asking him questions, he was asking me a question. and he never actually asked me how I saw my character. Actually, no one's
True.
asked me that. But how I see my character is a lone wolf, but doesn't like being alone. He is loyal to the people who are loyal to him. He respects those who respect him as well. And he feels betrayed from the people closest to him.
Right, right.
Because he lost his father, he lost his younger brother because of Oryx. He got investigated because he was trying to get his brother back. He went off the grid for 6 months trying to locate Levi, and he felt betrayed because he felt the Vanguard didn't do enough to save him. Because I can already see Caleb going down a path in for the rest of this season, going down a path where he alienates himself, not fully, but alienates himself to the point where even he knows he needs to let go. But at that point, Zavala will suggest something to him, and obviously, Caleb being Caleb, he's going to take it.
Right.
So that's how I see my character and where he's going. I also
Okay.
see all the characters evolving to new levels.
For sure.
Okay. What do you see? Sorry. How involved in the series are you, and how involved in the series would you like to be?
Currently, right now, I mean, I'm not necessarily that involved. I mean, I've only done 1 or 2 episodes. I'd like to be involved more, for sure. It's just working on everyone's schedule and kind of seeing how the episodes are going to go and what track we're on right now. But for sure, I want to be more involved in it.
Well, obviously you're in the next episode because you're at the funeral, and I would like you to be in the full episode. But before the
Yeah.
funeral, I'm going to get Caleb to bring you up to speed on what's happened for the last week or so, because
Yeah.
you weren't actually involved for 2 episodes of this season, and I want to get you up to speed and brought in the third episode, and get you to meet Crazy's character. But I also want you to be able to be involved a bit more, because
Right.
you're a good actor when it comes to your character. You play your character really well. You're loyal, but I wouldn't say you're not loyal, but you're loyal to everybody, but more loyal to Caleb more than anything, because you've heard what the Vanguard did, and Devon decided to basically listen and help Caleb in his quest of whatever he's doing, which frankly I haven't even found
Yeah.
out what he's doing, and I'm Caleb. So
Loyal but cautious.
yeah, how do you think your character is going to develop over the next, I don't know, out of the blue, next 3 seasons?
Mm, I guess in a sense to say it kind of depends on what happens. Like, because still, Devin doesn't know about Levi's passing. And so that's for sure going to crush him. And I mean, it also kind of goes back to the feminine question that you brought up. You know, it kind of depends on that character too, because depending on who they fall in love with, if, like, per se, it's my character and he's still a little bit crushed by that, and then later on down the road they pass, my character is going to be completely and utterly crushed. He's not going to want to do anything with anyone.
That's what I'm
He's going to
hoping
hate
for.
it.
That's what I'm
Exactly,
hoping
though.
for. I'm leaving the decision of when we do find a female character to play that character.
Yeah.
The one thing I do expect from that character. Sorry, there are a couple of things.
Yeah.
They have to pick who they want to fall in love with and let us know beforehand so we can
Yeah.
prepare. I want them to be awoken, if possible, not exo,
Yeah.
but I want them to be as badass as possible, but also caring.
Right. Right.
That's what I expect from that particular character.
Mhm.
I've the only reason why I'm taking control of half the control of the female character is because it needs to be certain points to draw attention to everybody. Draw everybody's attention to her
Mhm.
and let it evolve from there. Let the chemistry flow and see what's going to happen and see how things turn out, and then eventually, poof, she's gone. And because of the how long she's been there and how long she's been with that particular character, it will destroy them and it will tear them to pieces. And frankly, that is what I'm hoping for.
Right.
But I think, frankly, everything that's happening so far with the characters and the seasons that have happened so far, I think my personal view is I'm going to enjoy working with the people who are currently here, the people who are going to be joining, and frankly, I'm hoping this is fun for everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that is my final question for you. Are you having fun?
Yeah. Actually, so far I am. Yes. I don't think it'll change either. I enjoy
Yes.
it.
That is the answer I was looking for. I think that is actually all the questions I can think of at this precise moment. Is there anything you want to say to the viewers? Anything you want to ask me of like kind of what plans? I can only give out so much information, obviously, but is there anything you want to ask or say?
Well, like, in a sense, how are you feeling everything is going so far with characters being killed off and characters going missing and new characters being added in? How is it affecting you?
Killing Levi off, I didn't particularly want to do, but Wars forced my hand. I know he has had stuff going on, and I accept that. I know he's moved out and got his own place. I accept that. But it's the fact that he didn't put effort into his character or anything like that.
Yeah.
That when I asked him to record, it would be because I was on a schedule at this point. It would be
Mhm.
I can do it this day, and then I go I need it done before this date, and it would just clash a bit. But
Yeah.
I am hoping that he's okay with it, and he'll do an interview of like his because he's been in a whole pretty much a whole season plus, technically, and technically the last two episodes because he's been spoke of and stuff like that, and he's been missing, he's been killed, and he'll be brought back but changed. But
Yeah.
I'm hoping he's okay with that. He probably isn't, but I am going to get in touch with him at some point and find out. With all the other characters, I am pleased with how often they come on. The only thing I expect from you is to be able to get on a little bit more often, even if it's like one scene per episode. That is fine. When I record, it's when Wolf gets on because at the moment Wolf is one of the main characters now, same as
Mhm.
Crazy. And plus, it sucks that you can only have three in a fire team, so I'm having to find a way past that. Um,
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the idea of bringing a female character in for the romance, but I don't want the season to be based around the romance. I want the series
Yeah.
to be with romance, but action packed and a bit of drama inside of that as well. Because I'm gonna be having people going missing and coming back. Um, I'm going to be having people turning against people, arguments happening, that type of thing, and I'm happy with that. Like I said with Wolf, if you ever want to leave, just let me know, and I'll think of a way of getting you out of it. But I'll
Mhm.
try my best not to kill you off, just in case if you want to come back. If you need time off, I will find a way past that. Because I know you've been going through some stuff at the moment, and
Yeah.
obviously I gave you time, and by looks things that helped, and that's why you've come back. Um,
For sure.
but apart from that, I think this season is going to be good, and I think the series overall is going very, very well.
Agreed.
Anything else you want to ask or say?
Not right now.
Alrighty then. Well, thank you for doing this interview. I have a feeling this has been more than half an hour or just under, which I don't mind because you've been
Yeah.
here longer than everybody else, technically. Because Wolf's been in it for 4 episodes, same amount of time as you, but Wolf was in it for 2 episodes only speaking, and then the last 2 episodes he's been in physical form. So
Yeah.
I'm not bothered if it was a bit longer with you. So
Right.
thank you for being let me interview you. And
Anytime.
I look forward to working with you a lot more.
Same with you.
As for you, everybody who's watching and been watching the series and keeping up with it, thank you so much for watching it. I am so happy to be entertaining you. I am sure that everybody else is as well. I am hoping to make the season better and bigger, and I'm hoping that it's going to meet your expectations. If it is, thank you so much, and I will be seeing you for the next video. Make sure you comment, like, and hit that subscribe button, and I will see you later. Cheerio and goodbye.